But
No, I totally. To me, that's a really interesting theory. The fact that like we're like really angels or star children, and we want to experience life.
Save it for the show.
save it for the show that we're live on right now.
Okay, Perry.
Do you want the music? You always want the music.
Like all I have to say is
That's
that
our
my
theme. Yeah, we
mic
need
is
it.
so low, I can barely hear you guys. I can
Chris-
hear you because you're sitting next to me. Oh, there you go.
Is that better? Just
How
do a
you,
little
how
tweak.
you do
so
that?
do
I
you
hear
believe?
now. Okay, go. Oh wait, don't ask questions yet. We're gonna go wait to go
Do,
live.
Do you want to hear the music?
okay.
We're already
Okay.
live.
Well, I mean, like, okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Whatever.
Let's do the
Let's
music. Bree, I'm gonna wear that. Do you have a black one? 2 black ones?
Sure do.
Because I'm gonna send you a picture of the look that I want to do. It's really cute. You might want to do it.
Speaking of cute, my name is Chris. This is Extra Normal Podcast. Alongside me is
You are pretty cute.
I am pretty. I'm
I am-
not cute. I'm fucking adorable.
I'm
Like Precious Moments, adorable.
your baby.
No.
Who the hell's doing that?
What is going on? Who's bouncing balls?
Well,
What is that,
Not
Perry?
me.
Not
Oh,
me.
sorry.
I'm the only one here.
I'm not bouncing balls. I'm
Bouncing
dropping
balls.
balls at this point in my life.
Anyways, I am Brianna Kaye.
You are Brianna. Across the county is.
Mr. Perry.
Stop calling yourself Mr. Perry. It makes you sound
I
like
love it.
that's.
It's adorable.
You're in the pedophile lane now,
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Oh,
Perry.
Chris.
And then we
Ooh.
have
Revelations.
And then
Don't
we
call
have
yourself Mr. Perry.
our lovely, magnificent, beautiful, creative, fantastico
How come I don't get an introduction like this?
Jonathan Christopher.
Hi, Jonathan.
Aww. Hello.
Coming from parts unknown. So how's everybody doing?
Fantastic.
Status check. Everybody good?
I'm drinking,
Perry,
so we're good.
You're
Working
drinking.
hard,
Good.
making green greener.
Oh.
Shut up.
Fabulous.
You're making-
Talking
The
about
fuck
weed
is
or
that?
money?
Yeah, brother. Hey, Perry, you smoke weed? No, you don't, right?
Everyday.
No. I mean, I have nothing against it, but I just don't.
You don't
It's bad
react
for
well
me.
to it. I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
You, Brianna, you react real bad to
Oh
weed.
my gosh.
You
Jonathan,
are-
you've never seen me stone. You never want to. Chris never wants to either because he definitely won't get
I
laid.
do.
Well, because you just fall
I
asleep.
literally
You just-
smoke
it's
and
just-
then fucking I get really aggressive and then I pass out. That's
You-
really like it's just not
You
fun.
just-
It's just not a good time. And I get like paranoid and I don't yeah.
Anyways, this is a
Yeah.
free form. We should have these on Friday, so it's called a free form Friday. It's not really fitting.
Friday.
Free
It's
form
Friday.
Thursday, everybody.
Friday.
It's Friday.
Oh yeah, it's Thursday.
It's almost Friday, so we'll just call it free form Friday.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's Friday somewhere.
Shut up. You shut up. It's happy hour somewhere, 5 o'clock somewhere. Everybody good?
Someone just burped.
This is our first like free form.
Yeah.
It's almost like I feel like I'm like falling without a parachute. I don't feel comfortable with this, to be honest. Do you feel comfortable?
Yes, you do.
I
Shut
don't
up.
feel comfortable.
He was a little mad because I went live early. I was really excited because I never went live before. So I was like, I made enough
Aw.
followers so I could go live on TikTok.
One thing I did do,
Thank
one
you,
I did a
followers.
little bit of digging. And did you know that apparently NASA was planning to send dick pics out into space?
You're so dumb.
I'm serious.
No
Why
way.
fucking- like aliens would run.
So they
Women don't.
let me
even
see
like
if I
it,
can-
So why the fuck would men?
Let me see if I can pull it up. The two NASA guys. NASA's kind of downplaying it a little bit because I think they're like everybody thought it was a little dumb. But NASA was planning to. They were drawings. They were real fucking rudimentary, primitive drawings. They were planning on sending drawings, like 5th grade level drawings of a naked dude and a naked lady out to space. I don't know if it's to lure in fucking like aliens to be like, hey, look what we got here. Check out our genitals.
like okay. My first question is, were they like the replica of like a Ken and Barbie, or were they like normal looking people?
Normal's not the. It looks like
were there some roles involved, or were they very like muscular and you know
no,
the
it's
image?
no, it's rudimentary. It's basic ass bitch shit. Hold on, I'm gonna fucking pull it up. Let me see if I got the
So the girl had no ass,
pretty much.
no assets.
I can't leave the site. That's anyways. Perry, can you pull it up? Can you give permissions? Just put it NASA nudes.
I'm screaming.
NASA nudes. They were gonna send that shit out until like two rogue NASA guys were like drawing their little dirty little pictures, and they were gonna send it out.
Oh my
It's
God.
fucking bizarre.
I can't.
But you know, actually, that led me to a question. I have a question for everybody.
Okay.
If you were to send, they can be fucking butt ass naked or not. If they can be fully clothed, they can be all decked out or just fucking in the rough.
Of yourself.
No.
Oh.
No. Okay. Which profile
not
pic would you
vain.
send? If you had to, and it could be, you had to choose one. Putting aside like like cross gender stuff. If you had to pick one traditional male and one traditional female to send out.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, you'd send out Arnold Schwarzenegger? Why would you send out Arnold Schwarzenegger as your male figure?
I feel like because he's like the image of AI, which is like
You would send like Terminator pictures? Would that be on the set of Terminator? What version of Arnold Schwarzenegger would you send out
like
to space?
when his like face is kind of coming off and he's like you can kind of see he's like a robot but kind of human.
They would think we're just fucked up robots. But
Well,
why?
maybe that's like us saying,
Why
like,
Arnold?
No, we know what you did to us.
Why Arnold?
We
Do
know
you
what
think?
did last
Do you,
summer.
is Arnold like the epitome of like?
No, I'm just fucking around. Like,
Who do
the
you think?
fuck would I
No,
have that
seriously.
guy?
Who would you send out if you were to just
my
and you
God.
can't send it out with any context, right? And you could have any motivation. You could send out like the fucking
This is
hottest
a hard
guy,
question.
or you could send out like
Jason Momoa.
so just a pretty airhead.
That's not
No offense,
nice.
Jason.
He's
Right.
a humanitarian, and
He's
a good
probably
person.
a really sweet dude. But is that it? Is that what you want to represent aliens to think of us as? Just Aquaman?
It's
Can we show this video?
half of the picture.
No. Oh no.
What?
Do you have it?
No, not Aquaman.
No.
All right, push play, Perry.
Oh, this.
Turn up the sound on it. This is all quiet.
I can't hear.
Well, I can't hear anything either.
Thanks, Perry.
God damn it. NASA wants to send nudes.
Jonathan,
Is-
are you eating
Is
something?
someone eating like just a straight up bag? Not even not even chips, just the bag. Is someone just eating the bag?
It's a Jolly Rancher.
That's a
What type of
Jolly
headphones are
Rancher.
those?
You know what? I'm sure that is probably.
Is it a Jolly Rancher Plus or just a
It's
Jolly
a
Rancher?
Jolly Rancher Plus.
Yeah.
You know what, Jonathan? It's a Jolly Rancher Plus.
Then it's approved.
Those are pretty good.
So Jason Momoa would be the
You
guy.
guys are like,
What, judgmental?
Yes. Yes.
Very. What's in that Jolly Rancher?
Check and check. So honey. So
Oh, I lost you again. Hold on.
Jason Momoa would be
I'm
the
just-
guy.
No.
Let's say it. Fucking answer that. Stop saying no every time we confirm it.
Okay.
Just say it, goddamn.
Oh my god, it's such a. hard
Would it be
question.
like
I would
Stephen
want it-
Hawkins? Like this is our brightest guy, or
Stephen
whatever.
Hawkins.
I would want it to
I don't know.
be
He's dead
someone
now,
that,
so it would be
that-
good. No offense.
You
Oh,
wanted to?
Go ahead.
Who would
I'll
you do,
say-
Perry? Let's go
I
with
don't
Perry.
know. I feel like you wouldn't want it to be too not. You wanted to be kind of like a neutral looking.
Yeah, like
be-
a nice person, someone that did good to the good.
So when Perry you say neutral, is it just like the stock photo you get when every time you buy a frame, you just send one of those guys?
Yeah, it's very inviting and
Generic ass.
non-threatening.
Okay.
You don't want to send like like The Rock or like somebody like that where they look like we're gonna
From
come
Game
to
of
their planet and just like rip them apart.
So you just generic. That's a good answer. I like that. So generic on both sides. You wouldn't choose like a generic dude and then like, the smartest lady or the most gorgeous lady in the world.
Yeah,
Okay, generics. How about you, Brianna? Do you have an answer? I feel like you'd want to impress the ghost. You'd send them like the
The
fucking
ghost.
not the ghost, the alien. Sorry, you'd want to impress them. You'd send them like
Yeah.
the cutest pictures, like Johnny Depp, young at his finest, or whatever.
Maybe. You know what? Thanks. I probably would send him Johnny.
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard send our trash.
You know what?
Here's our trash.
No,
She's not trash.
Johnny Depp
He's a little
and
trash.
Winona Ryder.
Oh, there you
She's
go.
fucking twacked out.
They're-
I definitely want to send her. I mean, I love her. I loved her, but she, homegirl, me also.
Johnny
not a
Depp
good
is
one.
trash. He's like he's more lovable trash. He's you know
like no.
yes. I mean
he thinks that Johnny Depp is abusive. And
no, I don't think he's
I think
abusive.
that bitch is crazy.
No, I don't think he's abusive. I think he's just trash. That's the difference.
No, I think Chris is just saying he's got that look of like a, you know,
he's just like a Hollywood dirtbag. Like he's not
Jason
like a
Momoa,
violent
like,
dirtbag, but he's just a
kinda like in the
dirtbag.
same category as Jason Momoa.
Yeah, there's just a Hollywood dirtbag. Like he's just like does it. He's a
I
hot.
think more like a Brad Pitt and like a young Brad Pitt and like maybe is what you're saying, like
Yeah.
Because a young Johnny Depp is still kind of like he's still got that grunge look to him.
My final answer is Barack Obama.
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, there we go.
I would say Barack.
But what if so? In the world of Johnny Depp, do you think aliens would ever get upset if we sent like a hot ass picture of Johnny Depp when he was young, like 21 Jump Street Johnny Depp? And they're like,
why would they get mad?
Well, because the aliens have this cult around Johnny Depp now because he's the hottest shit in the alien world, and they love him. They're like obsessed, and everybody wants to fucking be with him. And they get to Earth, and they find out that we sold them, like we catfished them with the young Johnny Depp, and now he's just this weird, almost 60-year-old Hollywood dirtbag who wears way too many scarves. And they decide to blow up our planet because they're fucking pissed. They're like, we want the hot Johnny.
Sweetheart, they already be watching. They already know.
They already know about the hot Johnny.
So.
Hot John. They know hot Johnny's gone.
They know the transition, and they.
Johnny's pretty hot for almost 60 though. Johnny's for almost 60. I'm gonna look like a fucking dumpster bin by the time I have almost.
I was told I looked like I was 27 today.
Oh, baby face. By who?
Did they also tell you that you look Russian?
No.
What prompted that? I don't ever want to hear anybody like guess my age because it's gonna be bad on my part. Like, what prompted them to be like, you look 27?
Oh, it was just a coworker. They're like, how old are you?
That's weird.
Well, they told me that white people age poorly.
It's your Asian genes. It's your Asian genes.
And then I was like, oh, well, I am half Asian. And they go, yeah, that's why you're so young.
Jonathan, you said Chris Hemsworth. Do you have like would you on the lady side, would you send, I mean, who would be the candidate? Would it just be, I don't even know.
Bella Hadid.
Bella Hadid. Yeah. But then they also too, if you send pictures, they probably think that's like our prime ministers, right? Our two leaders. And you send them like Chris Hemsworth and Bella Hadid. I mean, beautiful, nice people, but they're going to start asking them the questions and they're not going to have many answers.
Who would you choose?
I'm not answering that.
Oh my god.
Why would I answer that?
Oh.
No, I don't know. I honestly don't know. That's why I asked you guys, because I was curious. I don't even know. I couldn't, like, you know how indecisive I was? Like,
I think you should just send a picture of Jesus. The classic Jesus picture.
Classic Jesus?
Is an extraterrestrial though.
He's already there. He's already
there.
Yeah, so they'll just
up there.
They already know him. They're like, oh, they know Jesus.
They're like,
that's Bob in our pod. Bob's here. Oh, that's Bob. You guys thought Bob was Jesus? What the fuck? Like, yeah. So hold on. I want to ask you a hypothetical that I know you don't know the answer to. Do you believe that Jesus? So you believe he's an extraterrestrial? Where do you think heaven is? Do you think it's like literally another planet, or is it like a space, like almost like the space city in Star Wars?
Well,
where do you think?
Because it seems like God and his son Jesus. It seems like he's so attached to Earth that I almost feel like Earth has a third dimension to where like
now we're getting in it.
Like where like
what does that mean?
It's Earth, but it's not Earth. Kind of like
like a parallel universe type of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's hiding in the folds, essentially.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And that's why I think sometimes we see ghosts or whatever, but it's actually maybe them like tapping into our dimension and tapping out.
Did you know? I heard like someone talking about. There's an audiobook that I'm going to finish. I promise, guys, because I'm a smart fellow. No, I'm not. that talks about how
Do smart
fucking-
people listen to audiobooks, or they just
no,
actually
they actually
books?
read. No, they read.
I listen to
Yeah.
audiobooks
I listen to audiobooks
when I
because I have
commute to work.
ADHD, but they there's a theory out there that fucking gravity is like not as big a deal as we think it is. That when you drop a fucking ball, it's actually time. Like time is manipulating gravity, and time is like has. If you basically the theory is that
hard to wrap your head around.
the higher elevation you are, like it's nanoseconds, right? It's not measurable. Like if you live on the hill, you're not going to live like 10 years more than the person down the hill.
Yeah.
But you will live longer because time goes slower uphill. The higher elevation you get, then and time goes faster the lower you go.
Interesting.
So, or no, time goes faster the higher you go, and then time.
Oh.
So you don't age because
That's
just like the theory is if you take a spaceship and you go light speed,
Yeah.
and you come back, like everybody will be 7 years older, but you'll basically be the same age, which is nuts. That's nuts, man.
Mind-blowing.
Mind blowing.
Ah.
Harry, have you checked out anything in the fucking news? Don't get into politics, please, or
I don't watch the news. I
Or
don't have time for the news.
or whatever. You don't have time for the news, Harry. What do you do? How far away do you think the fucking furthest intelligent life is? Do you think it's like hanging out on a moon outside Jupiter?
Nah, just next galaxy over maybe, but
Yeah, next galaxy. Do you think isn't there speculation that there might be life on the moons now? There's always speculation on every kind of shit.
You already know how I feel about this. Yeah.
They're not. Can we agree that they're not
Yes.
living on the moon or
They're
Mars?
living inside the moon.
They're not.
Sorry.
we've talked about this before.
Talked about it. We
and
talked about it.
Yes, I believe that.
How heartbroken are you going to be? If
I
you go-
believe that the Milky Way.
Milky Way, I think, is transported to another dimension. I think it's a wormhole.
Do you think?
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
a
black
broken
hole.
planet. Mhm.
We're a broken planet.
Do you think that any? Do you think if the Earth is? Do you think that by the time the Earth explodes? I'm just asking. I've had a few Jolly Ranchers. But if you do you think that we're life on Earth, humans, like the Jeff Bezos's kids, do you think they're gonna have the technology by the time the Earth crumbles to get out? Do you think we're gonna get like start inhabiting Mars by the time we blow this shit up on accident?
Yes, I think we already
Yeah.
are. I think we're already capable of a lot of things that they don't tell us about. I would not be surprised if it was leaked that people are already living on Mars. Would not be surprised.
How many people do you think are gonna get out?
What do you mean? Move to Mars?
How many?
Not a lot.
Let's go on the estimation that Earth is gonna fucking crumble in some way, right? Either it's gonna
Probably the
burn
only
up,
rich,
or
probably rich people.
so it's gonna be like just 10 rich people on a Mars yacht, essentially.
No.
10 rich people and 10 of their best friends.
and 20 of their best servants. Like,
Yeah, their servants. They have to have people there to cook.
but they
for them
have
and
to
clean.
have to procreate, right? So they need more life pool. But I wonder, like, they're not gonna have a giant space shuttle to Mars, right?
No.
If shit's going down, they're gonna have to have a small ship.
Well, there already is a setup there waiting for them. Like I'm sure there's already harvesting going there. I'm sure
They're
there's-
trying to terraform, but it's a slow process to get to the point where like Elon Musk is gonna feel
Jonathan,
comfortable on
do
Mars.
you believe that
Hmm.
there was life on Mars like years ago? Like, you know, have you heard the theories that Egypt
The Luminaires.
Well, yeah, them too. But the Egyptians had like
Isn't that a
there's
shitty
supposedly
indie
like
band?
there's like supposedly another Sphinx on Mars. So it was almost like they had homeland. And then if you look at all the stars and how the Egyptians were very into astrology, which a lot of cultures were, like
Mhm.
how they all like connected the stars, and it was like always like shining to like Mars. Like it was like they had this connection with Mars. Like, you think that back then they had like the technology to also be on Mars as well as Earth?
Yeah, because if you look at all the like
Hieroglyphics.
Oh my god,
Hieroglyphics.
I
Good
can't
job.
say it.
It's a Jolly Rancher story.
I can say it in my head, but just not out loud. If you look at them, they're all like cat-like, bird-like, but they're all like 10 feet taller than we are. And so it explains like how the technology, everything was built. And I think once they transcend it back and teleport it back to their planet, the people that they gave the information to weren't able to like give it out because they didn't know how to like deliver it like they were taught. So it was kind of like lost. So that's why I think like that's why we went through like a period of just like kind of like a lost society. And then we slowly started gaining that knowledge back.
I purposely think that was on purpose. I think they wanted us, we were getting too advanced and they wanted to dumb us down.
Well, what happened to the people on Mars?
Yeah.
They dumbed us down and they got fucked.
No, they
touche,
probably-
Mars.
No,
you got fucked.
They probably obviously had to leave. So
But where'd they go? Did they go back to Earth? Is there Martians on Earth?
I truly believe that.
No, the Milky Way.
Oh, so they jetted out.
The Milky Way was once a planet.
Yeah, but that's not anymore. So where the hell are they now? Jupiter?
Hanging out on Jupiter and the moon of Jupiter.
Did they make it out in time or?
Venus? Well, we know
They might have,
we know
like-
the girls are on Venus.
I don't even know what that fucking book is about. Men are from Venus. Did people still
Girls
read
are-
that dumb fucking book? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Does anybody even know what that
was
book is
so
anymore?
90s.
It's so
That was
fucking
like-
90s. I don't even know what the fucking point
I
of
think
that
my
book was.
mom read that.
Yeah, everybody
it was
read
never-
it, and they didn't take anything away from it because it's a dumb fucking book. There's definitely
no, the
there's
cat.
Perry's horny cat.
Oh,
Oh, there he is.
Jonathan, that's
There
what
he
your
is.
cat is,
He's
or-
ready to get
which
after
cat?
it.
right.
Almost.
All right.
It's almost 11. It's the fucking hour for your cat.
Can we,
Oh,
at least,
no.
can we at least see the cat?
Can we see the
I
the
wanna
horny
see
cat?
him. Show us
Perry-
the cat.
Perry says he's not horny, but we all know what's going on. That cat wants to fuck. Like that's a fucking voice.
Show him Mr.
There's in
Bear.
there. They found like they thought that Mars was actually at one time more habitable than Earth, right? And
Yeah,
it flipped.
I believe that it was.
It flipped.
And that's why they probably were
But
like,
that
our
was a long
planet's
time
dying.
ago. That was before humans.
It's kind
though.
of like the flip
the flip
that
happened
I
before
feel like we're
humans.
going through. Like obviously Earth is, I mean, as scary as it is, it's
Move to
it's
Mars, everybody.
decaying. Like we're killing our Earth, like. So I understand why we're exploring. That's why I think it was like vice versa. At one time, Mars was like that, and then it became inhabitable, so they moved to Earth, and it was like good to have that backup. But I believe there's other planets out there too that they travel to.
I have another question. I have questions galore. This is the
We-
21 questions.
Jonathan, we might go to Egypt next year, so that's my homeland.
Got it.
Well,
Homeland.
like that's my
Nice.
like star child
we
connection.
coming home. I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it.
Have you researched it?
Mine is the Titanic.
Fuck you, Perry.
No, but I mean like about traveling there and like.
Yeah.
'cause I heard that there's like so many scammers out there.
Mhm.
Well, like
There's people-
You're one of them, so there's that.
I saw a video where in Egypt, like when you're around the pyramids, there's people who like wander around, and if you
Yeah, they'll
If
tell you
you-
you're going the wrong way, or
they'll
they'll
tell
tell
you going the wrong way. Yeah, they're like, no, it's
Yeah.
over here, and then you're screwed.
yeah,
Well,
and then they'll
no.
lead you to some place, and then you'll end up having to pay them or some shit like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh no, my phone's on 5%. Where's the charger?
There's a charger somewhere. I think it's upstairs if you want to grab it.
Okay, good.
I got you can probably hear me from upstairs, but I got a question
Oh,
for the
y'all.
fucking panel. For the panel. Would you rather, if you got a chance, no safety guaranteed is the key. No safety guaranteed. But you knew that the habitat was at least habitable from like an oxygen perspective. You could breathe, like all that stuff. Would you rather the aliens come to us and show them around our home planet and kind of be in a safe zone essentially on Earth? Or would you rather travel to, and this is one way, right? You couldn't meet them and then they would go back to their planet. Or would you rather go to their planet and hang out in their fucking turf and visit and then have to go back? No video, no pictures, can't go back. They can't come back with you. Which
Why
would,
would they go there?
I think so too. I think so
Like,
too. I wouldn't want to be
where
the
would that
tour
be?
guide. I wouldn't want to be the tour guide. I definitely want to fucking show up. But the thing is, you're not guaranteed safety, right? You're guaranteed breathable air and gravity that won't crush your bones immediately. There might be savage fucking animals that would tear you apart on impact, and they might carry diseases that you're not aware of. So there's definitely some Lewis and Clark fucking New World Adventure style here. Like, you're not guaranteed safe journeys, but if they come to Earth, you're guaranteed, you know, at least unless they're carrying the bugs, like you're guaranteed safety, but it's just you're basically a glorified tour guide and you get to ask them questions. Would you take the safe route and meet some cool fucking aliens and like I met aliens? I showed them around the fucking Abraham Lincoln statue or whatever. Or would you rather go and see it but take on that risk, Perry?
I would YOLO that shit. Fuck it.
You would go for it? You would just go fucking out there?
Yeah. I mean,
by an alien.
You die. I mean, that's what it was meant to be.
I'm not no glorified fucking tour guide.
Yeah.
Jonathan, would you rather
do it for the, what do they call it?
Do it for the what? The thrill? You can't. No videos, no pictures. You could tell your tales, and people would think you're fucking nuts, but you'd have those memories.
Oh no, I want to be like the guy that tried to go to the island of the cannibals and never came back.
Wait, that happened? What is that? Is that our next episode? Is that it? We just found it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Jonathan, would you rather take the adventure and take the risk and have that experience, or would you rather show them around, have that safety, but meet some fucking aliens? Is it dead? Jonathan's gone, so there's a plug.
How long does it take you to find your charger?
Wow. The cord's right there. Can you grab the cord? Careful, don't unplug anything. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it for that.
And this is everything considered. Like, you lose.
Harry, let's have our cats.
There's the chance that you know, Madalise would be without a husband, and you'd have all your loved ones would miss you. Like, there's a real risk to going out there.
Especially your pets.
Brianna, which would you do?
Sorry.
Yes.
I was away.
Well, you're still asking the question, but you didn't listen to one goddamn word of it.
Fucking long.
Here's the question.
Just yeah.
It says the long-winded story about fucking the most long-winded.
Go.
Would you rather you have two options. Either you're showing aliens get to visit here unbeknownst to anybody on the planet, like it's a solo tour. You're not allowed to take video of them or pictures of them, but you're allowed to show them around and have them experience Earth, and they could tell you stories and you can learn some stuff about it. But it's obviously Earth, so there's no risk associated. Or would you rather go to their planet, no videos, no pictures allowed, but you're taking on that risk? You're guaranteed breathable air, and you're guaranteed your bones not to be crushed by the difference in gravity. But you're not guaranteed safety from any species out there. You're not guaranteed safety from any diseases or anything that might be on that planet.
Not go.
You wouldn't go? You wouldn't take that risk? Harry's more of a risk guy. He said, yeah, he'd go for it. He has nothing to live for. He won't miss us. He won't miss us when he's gone. We'll miss you, though, Perry. We'll miss you. Hi.
Well, somebody. Live details.
Live details.
Bullying harassment.
If we could, I don't even know if I do have comments here. No comments. If you have any opinions on this, if you think it's better to take the safer route and meet some.
Hi guys.
Trying to do that. Go ahead.
If you still have eardrums and you can hear what I'm saying, would you rather take the risk and go see another planet and go see the aliens' habitat, but take on that big risk, but they can't come back with you, and you can't fucking no evidence? Or would you rather be a glorified fucking tour guide and show them around, but have that safety and meet some fucking grays? I don't know. I think I would probably show them around Earth because I'm a fucking wuss. I wouldn't take the risk. I know my dumbass, like my luck would be, I would, as soon as I landed on that planet, a fucking giant pterodactyl alien would fucking chew me to bits. Tear me apart. I know that's what would happen. No goddamn well that's what would happen.
This is so weird.
I'm cursed.
Sorry,
I felt like I would just stumble through the thing, nearly dying but not even noticing. That would be my.
I would be like Rick and Morty, but there's no regeneration. There's no you know how they always fucking die and somehow come back. I'd be Rick and Morty if there was just the season finale, just like fucking done. Alien pterodactyl gone.
Live access is
What
suspended.
the fuck?
Somebody
Sorry.
reported us. What do we do?
Few details. I don't know.
This is something about like bullying. Your live access was suspended. Bullying, harassment.
I don't know.
And why is this? How does it say extra normal podcast? How does it know? Like, because I wasn't even on that.
That's weird.
That's insane, right? How do they know that?
We weren't talking to anybody.
Yeah, so you won't let me go live.
That's crazy.
What the hell?
There goes Perry.
He's gone.
That's crazy.
Sorry, I'm just confused. Like, that's why I think we got kicked off.
So we just got kicked off of Instagram for bullying and harassment
for TikTok.
on TikTok, and we have no idea why. We weren't talking to anybody, except maybe we were harassing each other. I mean, for the record, if TikTok is, I don't feel bullied because, I'm a real tough guy. No, I don't know. That's fucking bizarre.
That's so strange.
That is bizarre. I'm trying to think.
Maybe somebody didn't like what we were talking about.
Maybe someone didn't like the fact that I said aliens, or maybe
the God stuff.
Extraterrestrial. Maybe fucking. I don't know. That is fucking bizarre as hell.
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck happened? I don't want to like lose my TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know. You should appeal it. That's crazy.
I did. This is appeal submitted. That's weird.
That's bizarre.
But how did it know?
Perry's a chair.
How did it know extra normal? That's what's tripping me out, because it's not even like on extra normal.
We're going to become investigative journalists. Perry, Brianna just got suspended from live for bullying and harassment. I want you to guess what. We don't know, for the record. What do you think we got booted out for? Is it bullying extraterrestrials?
She can, and they can only hear her, right? They can't hear us.
No, they could hear all of us.
Oh, they could hear you. They can't hear me.
And Jonathan, because Jonathan was in my live.
No, they could hear everybody.
But not me.
No, they can hear you. Because she's hooked up to the Bluetooth on this board.
But regardless, you weren't even saying anything bad.
I mean, maybe there was an extraterrestrial who was listening. He's like, "Fuck these guys."
Yeah, what were we talking about?
We were talking about we're giving safety tips for Egypt. We weren't disparaging anybody.
Yeah, you were just asking questions. What would you do if you had no whatever?
What would you do?
And then yeah, I walked. Well, that's when I was walking away. And what did we say before that? Like, we were talking crap to each other though, but nobody like in there.
For the record, again, if you're listening, Instagram or TikTok, I don't feel bullied. I feel used. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. And the weird thing, Perry, is that they linked it to Extra Normal Podcast. It says like Extra Normal Podcast. Bunch of bullies. Bunch of fucking bullies. I know.
Yeah, like, how do they know Extra Normal? Because Jonathan was the only one in there. He's writing right now. Should I go live on here? He's like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's bizarre. We're nice folks here. I personally feel offended. Fucking cancel culture, man. Cancel culture. We're a victim of cancel culture.
It's rude.
It's weird. It's bizarre.
Go actually cancel actual bullies and shit.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I get it. Like, I'm glad they're protecting people, but we weren't insulting. Maybe Jason Momoa. Maybe they thought we were bullying Jason Momoa.
Or
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp's a Hollywood dirtbag, though. And he loves it. He loves being a Hollywood dirtbag. I would love to hang out with Johnny Depp. I think it'd be fun, and I think he's probably a fun guy, and I think he's probably a nice guy.
Hell yeah.
But doesn't prevent him from not being a dirtbag. Sorry.
Well, yeah. So I guess you were bullying Johnny Depp and
a cat.
But do you know how many people have opinions on fucking Johnny Depp and Amber Heard at this point?
I know, right? But I think it's such a hot topic too.
That's crazy.
You know, they use like voice tracking and shit like that on this. On
Yeah,
all
I
that
did
shit.
call Amber Heard violent. I don't know if they're like, we got to defend Amber Heard's honor. I don't know. Bizarre.
Yeah, they're just they're trying to censor our freedom of speech.
That's right, brother. And I think it's probably, I mean, I would imagine it's like if one person fucking files something, they're automatic, like boom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you have any enemies on
It
there?
must have been.
You have some enemies. You have
No.
some enemies.
No, there's plenty of trolls too out there.
The only person that I pointed to was that one person. So that's the only person I.
What one person?
The one I showed you. You don't remember? I can't say it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bullying. Oh, Brianna's developing conspiracy theories right now as we speak. Local conspiracy theories. Craziness.
So crazy. Like I'm baffled. Anyways, yeah.
Bro, this is taking over the podcast.
We were literally just asking each other like questions. Like
I've never.
I know.
This is heartbreaking. This is the first time I've ever been called a bully.
And what'd you say? It linked Paranormal podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's so weird.
But you weren't like what do you call it?
Connected.
In the live?
No, because on TikTok you have to reach a certain amount of followers, and our extra normal hasn't reached enough followers, but my carousel has. So I was just going live on carousel, but I did say, this is with extra normal podcast, but I didn't write it down on there or anything.
So it wasn't Instagram, it was TikTok?
TikTok, yeah.
I don't know,
that's weird. That's weird. I don't know.
I heard TikTok's kind of like that though. Like,
do you think it's just people being assholes? Because Jonathan said people just jump from room to room to room to room.
Yeah, I was gonna say
because
TikTok is like it's like a lot. It's such a big platform that there's so many people going in and out of that, and then anyone could have just said something or
just to be a trigger. Yeah.
Or
like kind of like how remember we were live on here and then the person called in. And
yeah, but it had to be someone reporting it, right? It had to be someone saying, I felt bullied, harassed. Harry, you shouldn't have made whatever comment you made. I don't know why you did that. It's fucked up. Like now.
That makes me so mad. That's why I like appealed it because I was like, what? Like.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think that happens to a lot of people on TikTok that they get easily like banned, but it's not like it's easy to get out of too. They're more quick to just cancel it real quick and then review it later.
Yeah, because I was like
Amber Heard.
We had because Jonathan, he was on streaming from TikTok with us. He was like on TikTok and I invited him into our room. So it's like
we should tell Elon Musk to have put like live on Twitter. Twitter is like the most free form of speech.
It's basically now that Elon Musk is gonna own it, it's gonna basically be like almost like 8chan. It's gonna be even more like wide open in terms of like what you could say and stuff like that. I would imagine. So yeah, I mean, we won't get kicked off Twitter. Come on, Elon Musk, you believe in all this weird shit?
Give us a Twitter live.
Come to our protection. You believe in the Illuminati, although you're probably part of it. Do you think Elon Musk is part of the Illuminati? He is, right? He has to be.
I would say so.
He's too fucking rich not to be part of the Illuminati. I feel like
does that mean Jeff Bezos is in the Illuminati too?
I feel like if the Illuminati, I'm not buying into the Illuminati existing or not. I don't know, but I think if it does, I think there's a certain threshold of like I have this much money where you can't get out of it. It's like a forced membership. Otherwise, the Illuminati basically takes your fucking cash. So like you're gonna join,
or you die,
or we're gonna make you bankrupt. How would you feel if all Teslas exploded tomorrow, huh, Elon? Or you want to join Elon? Which one? And then he would be like, "Oh, I'm going to tell everybody." Like, okay, great, and you'll be dead tomorrow. Thanks, Elon. Yeah, I feel like there's a certain cash threshold with the Illuminati where you have to be a member. It's like required. Anyways.
Well, we had just on a lighter note or on a happier note, our live that was on TikTok had 450 views, so that was pretty cool.
Just took that one. It took
See,
that.
that's all it is. See, exactly. That's
You
the
know what
most. That's
and you know
probably
what
the
it
most views
was?
we probably get.
It was probably some cunt that doesn't
Whoa,
have enough.
we're
That
getting-
doesn't have
now
enough
we're off.
followers. It doesn't have enough followers to go live, so they're jealous.
Now we're off all the
Haters
services.
gonna hate.
Oh, look, they turned off my laptop. That's it. You can't say
Nope.
that word anymore. Can't say that word anymore.
Hey, who's in here?
Anyways.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, so you got 450 views. I mean,
Eh.
that's all it took.
Eh.
That's the problem with like Twitch and like TikTok. They're such a popular platform.
Yeah, and I feel like for Twitch, you don't get a lot of people like banning you because how do I put this? For all you Twitch viewers, there's not a lot going on usually. Like it's discussions, and I've heard some like fucking dodgy ass talks on Twitch, but they haven't been pulled, you know. But anyways, but we weren't
back
pulled
to
from Twitch.
our subjects at hand.
Back to the subjects at hand.
So we have some people that joined. We got kicked off.
I'm already
TikTok.
distracted again. Back on the topic. Back off the topic.
All right. So
Here
this
we
has
go
nothing to
round
do with-
again.
Yeah, by the way.
Hey, did you hear about the like I also heard a story too about a guy with a dick on his arm?
Maybe that's why we got kicked out.
That's not
We're talking
bullying.
about dick.
Good for him. Good for
Oh
him.
yeah, I did see that.
The guy who
He lost his dick, fell off, and
his
then
dick rotted away, and then they put a surgeon. They gave him a penis surgery, and they gave him a placeholder on his arm. But like, we're just gonna put this penis on your arm for a little bit, just as a placeholder. It's gonna be like a couple days, a week, or whatever. He's like, okay, whatever. Like, I'll wear a long sleeve for a week. That's fine. And then COVID happened, and they're like, we can't get you in until 3 years. So the dude was just basically a party trick for like the past 3 years, just literally with a penis on his arm. Like if he like wore a short sleeve sweater and he did this, like he was literally wagging it.
Okay, the real question, the real dirty question for our one.
Could he
viewer.
like? Is
Yeah.
this bullying? Yeah,
No,
I think.
Could he use it?
No, because there's a pump. Like when you have that apparatus, like there's a pump that allows you to kind of perform. So I don't think the pump was like on his arm. So
You know a little way
Post.
too much about this dick arm.
I saw a story. I was looking into surgery. I'd like to have a couple.
Dick arms.
It's like
I didn't even know that was fucking possible. What the hell?
for all you listeners.
just-
I mean,
forgot
that's
Can I
about
good,
be
though.
really, really
there's some
crass
hope if I-
without judgment? I'm really sorry.
Okay. Well,
My viewers are really gonna judge me. Why do you need that when you got this? You
wait, what?
don't need the add-on when you can use something else.
So you're advocating for fisting over prosthetics? Why have a prosthetic when you always
No,
when
you
you
can
could
have
always
you
fist
can have a
someone?
prosthetic like where you need the prosthetic, but
Yeah.
to have it on your arm is like, I mean,
Well, his understanding of it was going to be like a temporary thing. Like if someone was like, I got to put this weird thing on your arm for a week, I'm like, okay, like, okay, fine, I'll deal with it for a week. But he had no idea that it was going to be a prolonged thing. Like he had no idea that he was going to be stuck with it on his arm for that long. And to his credit, he embraced it. Like it turned into a party favor, and he had a good spirit about it. And he's like, he's loving it. Like he's whipping it out in parties. Like, look at me, like waving his arms like he really doesn't care.
So what do you like? Is that considered like? Could he go to jail?
Like
for that?
indecent
'Cause
exposure?
Yeah,
No.
because if you're like obviously walking down the street naked, you would get in trouble for that.
Yes.
But so if you have like a wiener dinger attached to your arm, it's okay.
Do we know any detectives or police officers we can interview to find out if that's illegal? What?
Lawyer.
A lawyer. Do we know any lawyers? I know lawyers, but I'm not asking those lawyers. Hey, I got a question.
Oh my God.
Those are, yeah.
For
No,
the
I'm not.
viewers, we have a podcast, me and my husband. It's called Extra Normal, and we talk about aliens and
Just anything
ghosts.
weird,
I don't
ghosts,
know why we're talking about dicks right now.
murder
apologize.
mysteries, penis on arms,
But if
um,
you guys have any conspiracies or cool things that you
alien
wanna talk
people,
about or questions you want to
cryptids,
touch on, like let's do it.
Jersey
I'm
Devil.
really into aliens, so I'm
You know what I'm really into right now?
Believer, what are you into?
That's gonna be like a future episode. Right now, I'm all in on fucking Bigfoot. Like the stories.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh my god, I've been watching Sasquatch and I've been watching that video. I love me a Bigfoot. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's real. I'm not going to spoil whether I think it's real, but I love.
So wait, were you that
the
excited
fucking
when we
lore.
went on the Matterhorn?
Oh, the lore. Oh god, I love a good Bigfoot story. Like,
So is
shaking
this is my question
bushes.
for everybody. If you guys want to join in. Do you think that Bigfoot is part of the Yeti family? Is it like a cousin?
That's pending belief. So I think the first question is, do you believe in Bigfoot?
Well, because Yeti, if you're looking at Yeti, because they're all white, he's like the albino version, right?
I think Yeti's more realistic than Bigfoot because
How?
Yeti is a more
Why?
remote.
Like this exactly the same thing.
It's the area. It's in a more remote area, and I know that like there's parts of like northern.
It's just saying there's a higher chance of a Yeti than a Bigfoot
because of the discovery factor, right? Like
yeah,
like
I understand that, but I don't.
Like Oregon and Washington and Northern California, there is some very dense forests.
Yeah.
So I'm not throwing out the possibility, but I'm just saying likelihood, like in terms of what's been kind of terrained and what's been like already kind of discovered the areas. I think
there's
Yeti's
civilizations that we can't even touch though, like in the Amazon. So for me,
but not Amazon, but not Northern California.
No,
that's what Chris is saying. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so like
he could have visited through a wormhole.
Yeah, now we're getting deep in it. In it.
But how does a fucking Yeti or Bigfoot
I don't know,
figure
like
out how to use a wormhole and not us?
What the fuck?
What
Yetis?
if a Yeti
share that shit?
Okay, what if a Yeti mind blown?
You just blew your own mind.
What if a Yeti? What if a Yeti or a Bigfoot is just really like one of our ancestors? When you think of like cavemen, like they're hairy. If you believe in like the Darwin theory, like evolution and all that, like if we came from apes, maybe it's just like basically a breed of offspring that are like us, but they just haven't changed over, just like the apes and the chimps.
There was large predecessors to us, like the Gigantopithecus was a predecessor to humans, and it was 10 feet fucking tall.
There you go.
That was a big ass.
There's your Yeti.
Can you imagine just seeing?
There's albino humans. There's fucking.
But I'm not saying This is not me like arguing that it's still around. But Gigantopithecus, which is a tongue twister, were around at one time. So I don't know. And there's always the theories like, oh, it's not discovered because they're like bears. Like the thing is like you never see a dead bear in the wild because they hide themselves. Right. When they think they're gonna die, they go like somewhere hidden and die like a quiet, solitary death. There's theories that Bigfoot are the same in that regard. But even that's still like hard to believe that we haven't seen one strolling around like living. It's hard. I want to believe in Bigfoot.
I believe
Bigfoot is so fucking
monster.
Fun. So fucking fun. Do you how many wild men do you think are out there? The Yeti, the Bigfoot, do you think there's any like Amazonian like hominids that are like running
females?
around?
Like you talking about like Wonder
females,
Woman?
males, babies?
I'm open. I'm not gonna lie. I'm totally open. I loved in Wonder Woman like how they had it be like this.
Wait, what?
This like
Wonder Woman. Was there a Bigfoot in Wonder Woman?
No, because you said like
hominids, like
no, okay. You said Amazonians, but
Amazonian. I'm thinking
You're thinking of
sorry, and like
Yetis,
Bigfoot's from the Amazonian in that regard, not like mythical Amazonian.
I'm open-minded to it.
Okay, like swimming in the river, in that big river with the shapes,
like a jungle Bigfoot and
jungle Bigfoot. Oh, I want a jungle Bigfoot so bad.
It's just like humans, like we're every different continent, we all look a little bit differently.
I feel like it'd be more like not a Bigfoot, but maybe like an thing or a swamp thing in the Amazon.
Yeah. Oh my god, I used to love that movie, Swamp Thing. We should watch that.
I love it.
Freaking love that movie.
And one of the arguments too, like we'll have a Bigfoot separate episode, is they just found one of the arguments for Bigfoot, it's still, I don't know if it's on the most solid footing, is that they found a species that they thought was extinct in the Northwest, because that's where they think Bigfoot is, right?
Yeah.
Sasquatch, Northwest. They found a species that they thought was the Canadian deer. We'll figure it out in the official.
What?
That they thought was extinct, but they just discovered it not too long ago.
That's amazing. See, I love that stuff.
It's also like, I think also there might be a theory out there that the Bigfoots were around, but now they're extinct, because to carry on a species, like if there's only like say like 12 of them, that's a fucking tenuous thing, because if like half of them die, like you're pretty screwed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
True.
if they were around there and they were small, like that's a razor's edge of like extinction. I don't know. Like there's nobody out there saving the Bigfoots like pandas. Do you think if we find a Bigfoot, we're gonna fucking put him in a zoo?
No.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's
I think that we would, just because like I think the mermaids are real.
What if it's as intelligent as a chimpanzee or a gorilla? Do you think we'd put Bigfoot in a zoo? Because he looks more like us probably than a gorilla.
I think we would. I mean, Area 51, 52, 53, whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if they've already found one and they just like dose him with like some good shit to numb his body so he
Jolly
can't
Ranchers.
be as strong.
Just all fucking Jolly
So
Ranchers.
I feel like it's probably something so they could do experiments and tests on him.
But I'm saying in a world where Bigfoot is out, like the cat is out of the bag, like it's like everybody knows about Bigfoot, and there's
no, I don't think that they.
Do you think so? How would they deal with Bigfoot? Like, say Bigfoot was slightly aggressive, right? He's like just like if you brought him, like if you had him over for a dinner party,
I'm slightly aggressive.
he'd be okay for a good 30 minutes, but he'd get antsy and he'd just start tearing shit up. Like, what do you do with Bigfoot at that point? You don't put him in jail. What do you do with Bigfoot? He's human. He could hold his own for a good 30 minutes, but he's still like, how would you deal with that? Would you you can't put him in a jail, right? Because he's done nothing wrong, like by all accounts.
I don't know.
Harry, what
Just
if you
let him be? Like he probably needs
just
to be
release
in the
him back out to the wild?
No, they would not release him. No,
They couldn't.
That's a sad thing.
They could, but they wouldn't.
Yeah, well, it's like what they
No.
fucking do at Yosemite. Like once, like during COVID, like all.
What do they do with the Bigfoots at Yosemite?
Well, I'm just talking about the bears.
Okay, got it.
Like the bears, like typically, as you know, like in Yosemite, they're used to the humans and they're fed all the time because they're going through the trash, and so humans don't really bother them because they're around them all the time. But during COVID, everything was shut down. So like all the like new cubs that came around and whatnot, like they weren't used to humans anymore. So they weren't like, they didn't know how to act and stuff like that. So they literally just killed the bear. Instead of like relocating the bears to another part of the mountain, they just fucking killed them. And it's just kind of like, how about we just fucking close Yosemite off and let the bears fucking live?
I could see a world with the preciousness, like every human life is precious now, right? I could see a world where, like, say for instance, like a family's camping, like we're just gonna go out there. A family's camping, right? Mm-hmm. And the parents notice a Bigfoot out in the wilderness and they call the authorities. And by the time the authorities get there, like the Bigfoot is showing some danger to the child, they're gonna gun that Bigfoot down just like the gorillas they do. Like when they the kid jumps over the zoo.
Yeah,
cage.
but the gorilla wasn't even harming; he was protecting.
I get you, but I'm just saying what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'm saying that Bigfoot's done. Like
it's
Bigfoot is done. Like
no, I don't think we live in that world today.
You don't think they would? So I mean, they would obviously have some kind of tranquilizer.
Maybe like 20 years ago, 20 years or more. But
in what world? Like where we would kill Bigfoot?
Yeah.
I don't know, but if it's endangering a human,
they probably just would want to like zap him so they can do experiments on him, huh?
Yeah, and then people with social media and with platforms like that, people will stand up for it. There's people like Brianna that
I'd be pissed if they killed a Bigfoot. I'd be fucking pissed.
I know, I would be too. And I'm just saying that
I'm genuinely really upset.
And exactly what you said. There'll be people out there that would say like, no, he was just protecting, or he was,
You were in his. You were in his
instincts. What is what he did?
I hear you, but I'm not saying that. I'm in an instant. I don't know if the park rangers would hold the trigger to save a life. I don't know.
Well, that's true. If he came at them and he left them no choice where they had to like defend themselves. Yeah.
But what about like?
But I mean, if they were prepared and they were like, you know, and they were like, okay, we're gonna go out and try and capture it, I'm sure they would. But they're not just gonna.
Oh, the amount of resources that if someone discovered a Bigfoot and like everybody was isolated, the amount of fucking resources they would expend. They would have like a whole force surrounding the area. They would have like
helicopters,
like the most expensive cage ever in the fucking world. Like they would have experts up the wazoo. Like it would be such like a moment. Like we talked about Waco. It would be like 52-day siege of Bigfoot where they would like surround him.
Oh yeah.
Like but they'd be a lot more precious than they were with the actual humans in Waco. But like they would be like fucking like so it would cost us at least, I would say it would cost us at least $50 million to catch that Bigfoot. And then what would we do with them?
That's another reason why like they're saying.
What are they saying?
With like the bear situation, they were saying,
what are the
like,
bears saying?
They're saying it would be so much. It's like harder to actually move them and transport them, and expensive, and it's like almost impossible. So it's almost like that's why they killed them.
Yeah, I hear you. Can you talk into the mic?
No.
Thank you. You already have a sweetheart soft voice.
Shut up.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
My is that bullying? Oh shit.
He's
No, now she's off
bullying me.
Instagram.
We're gonna get kicked out of here now.
You know what's funny about YouTube, Rihanna? You're gonna obsess over it. Like you're gonna try to figure out which one of those 450 people fucking booted you.
Yeah, that's the problem.
This is gonna be an investigative research. It's gonna be a Netflix docuseries.
I already have my.
Who booted me?
You
Who
already
booted
know
me?
I think it was.
I know who you think it was. I know you, conspiracy theory lady. You're a conspiracy theory lady.
It's weird.
Would you, if you had the chance to have any cryptid as a pet, which cryptid would you have? Your chupas, your yetis? You had to. You can't just be like, no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks.
Why wouldn't you want
werewolves?
I don't know about the chupacabra
The Jersey
because
Devil.
I would be a little worried that they would like suck my blood.
Of course they would.
So I would probably.
That's like their gig.
I would probably go with the Loch Ness monster.
You'd probably go with the Loch Ness monster and you would like dress him up in like cute Insta outfits and put bow ties in his hair.
Oh my gosh.
And he would be
I can already see it.
He'd show up on Ellen.
Yes.
Yeah. Grunt his way through the interview. It'd be beautiful. Perry, what cryptid pet?
I almost want a Loch Ness monster too.
I feel
They're
like
so cute.
Where would you put a Loch Ness monster?
We'd make a swamp for him in the backyard.
The Loch Ness monster is just like a dinosaur that just like.
This is gigantic.
But they're like water too. They like water.
Yeah, it's like a
Do you
water
think
dinosaur.
So he needs a swamp.
I gotta ask. We're all over the map here, but that's okay. Do you think the Loch Ness monster is? I know you think it's a thing. I'm not even gonna ask you if you think it's a thing. Do you think it's still a thing? Do you think there's still a Loch Ness species right now?
There's been sightings. Yes.
So you think that they?
I think in Scotland. Is it Scotland?
Yeah.
There's a few different places where.
Nessie is from Scotland.
Oh, it has a name.
Nessie, yeah, that's a nickname.
Nestle.
Cute little nickname for
Nestle Crunch.
It's not Nestle, it's Nessie.
I would
fine.
name my Nestle Crunch.
I know you would.
And then I would feed it on Instagram. I would do cute reels with it eating Nestle Crunch bars.
That's one of my things with like these cryptid stuff is that I wonder like on the premise that let's just say all of them exist just for shits and giggles, bullying. What percentage do you think those creatures that have been spotted are extinct? Because some of them have to be extinct. Like, let's just go on the premise that all of them are real. Whatever. Like, let's go in the funhouse. What percentage do you think would be extinct at this point? Because some of them have to be extinct. They're already like basically fucking ancient.
Let's go through the list. So who and
so there's Chupas, there's Loch Ness monster, there's Yetis, there's Bigfoot. I mean, we could have a
Bigfoot. Like again, that's
we
like
could have a cryptid expert because like I know that there's like encyclopedias of like different fucking creatures that people think exist. There's a lot that people think exist, like to varying degrees.
still here.
You think that all of them are still floating around? None of them have died off?
Yeah.
You think Loch Ness is just like has a little family? He's making babies down under the water?
Well, they probably have.
Because they got to make babies. That's my thing. Is like they gotta reproduce.
There's probably a cave
enough to
underwater somewhere, and that's probably where they live. There's like this bubble of earth underwater that they live in. And every once in a while, one strays away and comes up to the surface.
Is the theory that Loch Ness monster is like a fucking whale? Like he has to go up for air? Or can he breathe underwater? I need to know this.
I think he has to come up for water. Or sorry for air.
So how come nobody's spotted
him? I think he's like a whale. You know, whales can like
for hours or days. Yeah.
Why has nobody spotted him? I think
then?
Mermaids are real. I think mermaids just stay like the same thing. I think they stay under and then they have to come up for air. So
you got duped by that documentary though, the fake documentary.
I still think it's real.
No, they said it's fake.
I don't fucking care.
They told you it was fake.
Mermaids are real.
But they told you that
Don't
documentary.
steal my dreams
They
from
told
me.
you they said the documentary was fake. Okay. So you anyways, Perry, we watched this, like there was this like documentary they showed on mermaids, like Mermaids Exposed. It was like
it was on Animal Planet, actually.
Yeah. And then they're like,
and I was
just
like,
kidding, we made it up.
No,
yeah, they said they made it up
my
afterwards.
theory with that is that
they were shut up by the government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it. You won't talk about these. Why would the government care if like mermaids are floating around?
People were probably freaking out after that. Like, oh my God.
I wasn't freaking out. I was like, look, there's a CGI.
Yeah, but if you had a boat, you'd probably take to the seas. You know how many people would take to the seas?
True. That is true. There would be so many fucking people
like,
trying
leave the poor mermaids alone. Stop trying to like
leave Ariel alone.
She doesn't want to be part of your world.
Not anymore. Look at that.
We'll fucking stab your ass.
King Triton killed some people, right? A fair amount of people.
What's his like real name? What's the
Poseidon?
Greek mythology? Yeah, Poseidon.
Yeah.
And what planet does he come from? What's the water planet?
Neptune.
Come on, kids. Neptune.
Neptune. Yeah, you got it.
Neptune.
Got it.
Smart one.
Thank you.
So.
I graduated high school. Thank you very much.
King Neptune from SpongeBob.
he definitely murdered some people. Definitely. Was it? Is there any
he's
murder
like a god.
Disney?
I mean, in Greek mythology, he's like a god. So.
The Greek gods are fucking rough, and they were
merciless,
savage.
Killers.
Like they're just like fucking savage. Like there's like greed and envy. All the 10 Commandments, like the Greek gods are dipping into like full force, like adultery and murder and theft and coveting
Grand
and all. Grand Theft Auto.
Your favorite game?
My favorite game.
Perry, is that your cat or what the hell was that?
No, it's my stomach.
Oh,
is that your Loch Ness monster pet?
Yeah, that's my gremlin.
All right, let's cut it.
Oh my gosh, Chris got me the cutest gremlin purse. Well, it's actually before he turns into a gremlin.
Gizmo or
chickens are really aliens.
What are they called?
Mogwais.
Mogwais.
Yeah, Mogwais.
I have a Mogwai. Want to see my Mogwai, everybody?
Okay. Well, this has been an episode of Extra Normal Podcast. My name is Chris. Alongside me is
As you were.
alongside me is
Kaye.
Kaye.
Brianna Kaye.
Brianna Kaye, the first of her name. And across the county is Perry. And
Periwinkle. We should call you Periwinkle.
Let's not do that. You can reach us. I always forget to say in the beginning, like, give us a rating if you like the podcast. It helps. Give us a subscription. Give us subscribed on your favorite networks, your podcast machines, your YouTubes, your Twitches, your all that bullshit. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram, and we're on Twitter, and you can email us at extranormalpodcast@gmail.com to reach out to let us know if you believe mermaids exist, or Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, or aliens, or ghosts, or Jack the Ripper is still alive, or whatever you might believe in.
No, he's definitely dead, but we still know.
Thank you for that input.
You're welcome.
Albert Fish
No,
at part
no.
2 coming sometime in
No,
2032.
don't
So look
talk-
forward to
don't-
that.
don't even-
Look forward to that episode, part
No.
2.
I won't be on that episode. Anything that has to
See
do
you
with
in
that
10
guy.
years for part 2. Thanks for listening. Bye.